Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the United Way. For our latest Manchester United breaking news, wasn't expecting to do this today, but yeah, it is what it is. Manchester United. Well, Manchester United hasn't confirmed it, but there has been breaking news from Jacob Steinberg. He has come out and said Manchester United have decided to sack Erik Ten Hag after the FA Cup final against Manchester City. A well-placed source said that even winning the FA Cup would not save Erik Ten Hag. I mean, we have an FA Cup final in 24 hours' time, and we're announcing that Ten Hag could be sacked after the FA Cup final. That is not professionalism. That is just bad from the club. That's just. I don't know why we're announcing this stuff. Like, announce it after the FA Cup final, not before. Because, I mean, look, if it's a bit of a shame that Ten Hag is going to be sacked. It's a bit of a shame. I can't deny that. Because I like Ten Hag. I want the Ten Hag to remain as Manchester United manager next season and so on. But the fact that we're going to be sacking him is a kick in the teeth, really. It is a kick in the teeth because, you know, I seen last night that we were in talks with Kieran McKenna, and I was actually about to do a pre-recorded video for that, and then this news broke. So I thought, why not just jump on and do this, then we can talk about everything. So the fact that Erik Ten Hag will be sacked, according to reports, before announced it before the FA Cup final is a bit. It's clueless if you ask me. This news should be news that should be announced after the FA Cup final. You know, if this was announced, say, after the FA Cup final tomorrow, I'd be a bit like, right, fair enough. They kept it cool. They announced it after the FA Cup final. Fair enough. But the fact that it's announced, it's out there. Jacob Steinberg, Fabrizio Romano has also come out and said the possibility of Man United and Erik Ten Hag parting ways after the FA Cup final is concrete. United have already started contacts with other managers should it happen. I don't think you'd start talks with other managers if you're going to keep the current one. You know, if Manchester United were happy with Erik Ten Hag to remain at Manchester United next season, they wouldn't have had any talks or discussions with other managers. They wouldn't have. So the fact that they're starting contacts and discussing with other managers goes to show you that he's gone at the end of the season. It goes to tell you that he's gone at the end of the season. You know, it does go to show you that he's gone. Like, you don't you know, you don't start talks with another girl if you're happy with the current one. You know what I mean? So Manchester United aren't happy with Ten Hag, so they're talking to other managers. Kieran McKenna being one. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if Tuchel is the next Manchester United manager. Cabina says, how's things, Cabina, by the way? Says, but I don't think Ten Hag should be sacked. Look, neither do I, and I agree with you there. I don't think Ten Hag should be sacked either. I'd like us to keep Ten Hag as Manchester United manager. And, I mean, look, as someone who wants Ten Hag to remain, it's bad news. But for people that want Ten Hag to be sacked, it's good news. You know? So, you know, again, look, nothing's going to be really, really confirmed from anyone big until after tomorrow. And come Sunday morning or Monday morning, we could be managerless. And, you know, we could have a new manager. But we need to bring in a new manager. You know what I mean? Pre-season is a month and a bit away now. This is our last game of the season. Probably going to be one of our biggest games of the season too. If not, I think it is our biggest game of the season. So, you know, it's honestly ridiculous. It honestly is ridiculous. Because I don't think, honestly, I'm being deadly serious here. Like, as serious as I can get. I think, honestly, look, we've had a bad season. It's been a very poor season. Ten Hag has done a few crazy things. The players have done a few crazy things. But like Fabina says there is some players that need to be replaced. There is. And you know what? Player power wins again. They beat Van Gaal. They beat Mourinho. They beat Solskjaer. And they beat Ten Hag. I mean, what does that go to show you? that not many players have changed. Not many players have changed. And the thing is about some of these players, the way they act at Manchester United, they wouldn't get away with at any other big club. We are a big club, but you wouldn't get away with this with any other manager. But the problem is, Ten Hag probably wants to get rid of some of these players. But, you know, I'm going to go back to the Glazers again. Yes, Ineos are still in. Ineos are in. But the Glazers aren't gone. So obviously they're going to have a say in what happens with Erik Ten Hag. And, look, honestly, I really don't agree with it. You know, obviously, you know, you're getting a lot of different reports now that he is sacked, he's not sacked, he'll be gone, there's a chance he'll be gone, there's no chance he'll be gone. Like, God knows, like, we have an FA Cup final in 24 hours' time. And, look, whether Ten Hag probably has a feeling that he probably won't be manager next season, but he's going to go out there now. There's no pressure now. If Ten Hag knows that he's going to be sacked, then there's no pressure on him. But I hope he goes out in style with an FA Cup. I really, really do. I'm not going to get my hopes up, but I hope that I do hope that he leaves with an FA Cup final under his arm, because you know he can look at it in a sense of I won a Carabao Cup and an FA Cup in my 2 seasons at Manchester United. And then someone else is going to snatch him up. Someone else will snatch up Ten Hag. Not in the Premier League, but, you know, someone will snatch up Ten Hag. They will. Whether that's obviously be outside England, so whether that's a Bayern or a Barcelona or whether he goes back to Ajax or whoever. Because they are, well, I'm not sure Hansi Flick is taking over Barcelona, but Bayern is there. He didn't talk to Bayern about the Bayern job because he wanted to stay at Manchester United. That's loyalty. Ten Hag wants to do well at Manchester United. He's had 2 seasons. First season brilliant, second season not great. Yeah, the results this season haven't been great, like I said, and I said it many times before. But I still want Ten Hag to remain because I think he can do a job here. But unfortunately, some of the fan base are impatient, but looks of things the owners are impatient either, and the players get away with it again. They win again, and you know what will happen now? Wouldn't be surprised if they know Ten Hag is sacked come tomorrow, and they play well in the FA Cup final because they know he's gone. What's the point? You know what I mean? He's gone. We'll play well from this once, then we'll fucking let him go ahead. You know what I mean? It's not all the players, but it's some of the players. It's some of the players, and they win again. They win again, and you know what? They'll win with the next manager, and the manager after that, and the manager after that. But until we get rid of some of these players. And it's not just the players' fault. So obviously, some of the blame has to lie with the manager. But I learned when Solskjaer got sacked that some of these players just give up down in tilts. They give up, and most of the obviously, some people want Ten Hag gone, but the people that want Ten Hag to remain aren't happy with the news. And I'm one of them people that isn't happy with this news. What more can I say? But you know, the fact that even Romano is coming out now saying that we've made contact with the managers goes to show you that he's gone. He's gone. You know, he's gone. You know, and like I said at the start of the stream, you're not gonna. If you're happy with the current manager, you're not going to talk to any other managers. But the fact that they're talking to other managers goes to show you and goes to tell you that he's gone. Rahul says disgusting news. It is disgusting news, Rahul, and welcome in, pal. Amaya, who's seen Amaya, says this is stupid. Again, most of the people that have come in aren't happy with the Manchester United news. Marco says Jaden is back. I don't think so. But the fact that, you know, I don't think Jadon Sancho is back yet. But look, we'll talk about that news when that news is. Another player that will probably end up coming back as well if Ten Hag is sacked. You know what I mean? But yeah, maybe he will come back if Ten Hag gets sacked. Well, looks like he is getting sacked. But how are we all feeling? 24 hours for an FA Cup final. I mean, Amaya has just said it there. What the blue fuck are they smoking? That this was allowed to happen the day before the final. Yeah, exactly. It's happening the day before a big game in the FA Cup final. I really don't get it. It's shocking news that we're even letting this happen. Oh yeah, Manchester United are playing an FA Cup final tomorrow against Man City. Let's just announce the news that Ten Hag is going to be sacked. I mean, look, obviously Manchester United aren't going to confirm it. Neither is Fabrizio Romano. Neither is all these big people, because they'll wait until after the. Look, honestly, would you be surprised? Tomorrow night, it's out there. It's out there, and it'd be a kick in the teeth if we win the FA Cup, and then you're buzzing, and then you see the next day after Ten Hag is sacked. All that buzz just goes back down again. To the people that want Ten Hag to stay, that buzz goes down. You know what I mean? But look, hopefully he goes out on a high. If they sign McKenna, I'm done. Well, like I said, was it Wednesday's show that McKenna's done a good job with Ipswich getting them to the Premier League, but I don't think he's ready to manage Manchester United yet. Let him do his thing at Ipswich, because Michael Carrick done well at Middlesbrough last season, but you didn't see us say, let's bring Michael Carrick in, so you can't be just jumping in. So I don't know. I think the only manager I want is Ten Hag, and he's gone. Marco says Greenwood, Sancho back. We'll see what happens there. Marco says Tuchel, Manchester United. Well, again, a possibility, Marco. It's a possibility. You know what I mean? He's definitely a manager that we've been linked to it, and I'm sure we'll have many talks with now since Ten Hag is gone. So, I really wouldn't be surprised if he is the next Manchester United manager. I really wouldn't. Amaya has says Fabrizio was saying it's a strong possibility, but he didn't go gung ho like Di Marzio or Steinberg. Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, that's true, but look, he hasn't said it. In fairness, he hasn't said it, but that's what I'm saying. If this news is true, which you never know, if this news is true, right, just say for example, which I'm pretty sure it is, because you're not going to announce this news for the crap. Jacob Steinberg once works with the Guardian and all that sort of stuff. But you know what I mean? It's not great. It's not great. It isn't great. It isn't great. But I mean, look, like I said, when this news comes out, you're looking to your Fabrizio Romanos and your David Ornsteins, but they're not going to announce this news until after the FA Cup final, because that's what they do. That's exactly what they do. Marco says big fan, big Manchester United fan from Brazil. Well, Brazil, I mean, welcome. This channel sort of has a global fan base, we'll say, which welcome in, Marco. Pioli, good coach, says Marco. Pioli. I mean, he's the AC Milan manager, isn't he? He's the AC Milan manager. We'll type him up, actually. Oh, he's leaving AC Milan. There's another manager. But I don't. He's bald. Can he do what Ten Hag does? Yeah. Well, yeah. I really don't know. I don't think so. But look, I wouldn't be surprised. Don't be surprised if we're linked with Steve Bruce. Don't be surprised if Steve Bruce is linked with Manchester United. 950 reach. I've reached 950. Well in. 50 more subs away from 1,000. We're getting there. We're getting there. Ryan says Fabrizio, the most reliable, won't listen to any of the others. Obviously, that's Tita True. Not impressed the day before final, says Tim. Well, look, no one is. To be brutally honest with you, and I mean, it's. Look, I can understand some people aren't believe in the news yet. And look, I'm not coming on here saying he's gone. I'm just coming on here because it's news. I'm coming on here. You know what I mean? Not coming on here for clicks. So, but what it's news that you like. Do people think that he will be gone, or do you think he'll still be here next season? That's just my question. Because if we're having talks with other managers, what does that go to show you? You know what I mean? What does that go to show you? But yeah, day before an FA Cup final, it's just it just doesn't help. It really it just really doesn't help. Marco says Xavi bad for Manchester United. No, I don't want Xavi. No. Mame says my 3 journalists that I will believe about news about this are Mitten, Ornstein, and Dawson. Well, it's funny, we actually had Dawson on the channel before, so maybe we could get him back on again to see what he can help us about. Because again, they are top 3 journalists as well that I would believe. No doubt about it. I wouldn't listen to our Samuel, of course, so I wouldn't listen to any of them now. I'm not sure how reliable Jacob Steinberg is, but it's news, it's breaking. You know what I mean? I don't think it's coming out here for the crack. But, Di Martio's come out a few days ago as well, saying that, he'd be sacked after the FA Cup final. Obviously none of your big journalists are going to come out and say anything yet because they probably don't even know anything yet. You really just don't know. But, just want to say, do people believe this news or am I wasting my time? Marco says Brazil good players. Neymar. Whoops. Why am I letting me go there? Neymar, Ronaldo, Ronaldinho, and Vinny Jr. Yeah, exactly. They're good players. They are very good players. In fairness, they are good players. Rodrigo as well is actually a good player. He's a good player. Real Madrid. But yeah, I mean, Marco says to Derby to Manchester United, no thanks. No thanks. No. He also said Hansi Flick to Barcelona confirmed. Yeah, I mean, Ten Hag to Bayern. Yeah, that's probably something that could happen. I'm sure if he's going to be sacked, he may talk to the Bayern Munich. But then I've seen that they're in talks with Vincent Kompany. I don't know how he can finish 19th in the Premier League and go and manage Vincent Kompany, go and manage Bayern. It's a bit weird. It's a bit fucking weird. that just goes to show, doesn't matter how bad you do, the big opportunity may come your way. Brian says, I'm not having a meltdown over the media. A lot of accounts on X are just pure clickbait. The hate for Man United is clear, which is why this has been announced the day before a big final. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, I just don't know what to make of this news. Look, none of the big people have confirmed that. And look, I will hold my breath until the big boys, the big journalists, the most reliable journalists confirm it. But the fact that, like, true or not, the fact that it's even out there is just ridiculous in itself, because no one knows what the hell is going on. No one knows. The Mayor says both Steinberg and Di Marzio are tier 3 for United terms. Exactly that. That's the thing with some journalists. They're hit and miss. You don't know what to take from them. You don't know what to take from them. And that's the problem with these. You could have a journalist who is tier 3 or 4, but could come out with news that you won't believe, but then you find that everyone's coming out who just has, he has a cracker of a report, and then he gets big from there. That's what happens. So, I mean, it's happened many times before, but you don't know who to believe. You know what I mean? Because you're getting told from different things. Like Rich Fay, who didn't even know was a journalist. I don't believe many. I really don't believe. And that's the thing about the social media these days in the football world. You don't know what to believe. You know what I mean? You don't. You don't. Like, you really don't. Like, you could be sitting here this time next season and Ten Hag could still be the manager, else we couldn't be. So, yeah, it definitely is interesting to see. What the hell's going on here? Get Vinny Junior Team United says Ryan, your best coach from Manchester United. Our best coach was the best Manchester United manager, Fergus. Good old Fergie. Ryan says no manager is appealing to me that's available. Don't want shit McKenna, De Zerbi, Tuchel, all trash. Yeah, no, I don't want De Zerbi. No, Tuchel, I don't really rate. I don't rate. I honestly, I really don't rate. And may I'm gonna make you. Don't know why I'm bothering, but I suppose I have to make you as whatchamacallit, a mod, because it's only Rahil. So 952 subscribers as well. So the people who have subscribed and liked and commented, these are all a bunch of legends. Do please join us for the watch along tomorrow, FA Cup final day. Regardless of this news, we'll still have the FA Cup final. Right, so don't want to put them in time out. Moderator. Can manage blockwards. Yeah, we'll do that. And there's a managing director, whatever that means. But yeah, no. Let's move into the news. But yeah, look, like I said, none of these turn off on. None of these people, managers. Like the manager, like he's fucking shit. The manager thing is the manager, market at the moment is shit. Honestly, how bad is it that Bayern Munich are going for Vincent Kompany? How bad is that? Like, come on, man. Come on. Like, the fact we're going for McKenna, who is doing a good job with Ipswich, doesn't mean he's going to do a good job at Manchester United. Honestly, it's like we're trying to do what Arsenal did. Bring in Arteta, but the thing is, Arteta was alongside Pep. McKenna, not so much. But don't rate the manager. It's shit. Pochettino, no. He's never getting that job. Pochettino might as well just fuck off. Honestly, I don't want him. Mirko says Ryan Vinny is the best player in the world. Yeah, good old Vinicius Junior, top player. Ryan says, yeah, right, okay. Pochettino, Tino, it says DXE. No. 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 Just no. No thanks. I don't want Poch. Poch, no, don't want Poch. I don't want Poch. I can't deal with Poch. I'm sorry, I can't deal with Poch. I can't. I can't deal with Pochettino. No. Fuck no. No. Just no. But worth a shot. Brian says Pochettino, absolutely not. Marco says Pochettino, bad coach. Emmaus said, but yeah, he is a bad coach, and I do agree with Ryan and Marco there. Emmaus says, like the video and subscribe. Yeah, well in there. Please do like the video and subscribe. All a bunch of legends. What else do we have? Marco says that to Manchester United done a decent job with Real Madrid, but look at the players he had. I don't think he'd do that at Manchester United. Why the hell is he not taking the piss? Marco says Brazilian fans love Real Madrid, Barcelona, and Manchester United. Yeah, well, I mean, look, 3 popular clubs, so I can see why. What else do we have? DFD says unknown coach from Italy winning Europa League, spending a 1/3 of Erik Ten Hag's budget. Yeah, actually, I've seen it. I mean, look, they beat Bayer Leverkusen 3-0. That obviously, I'm sure you heard about Atalanta. Yeah, I mean, beating Bayer Leverkusen 3-0 on Wednesday. I mean, wasn't expecting that. And you know what's funny? That's the first time I watched Bayer Leverkusen this season. It's all on because every time they're 2-0 down and they pull it back, and I was like, this Bayer Leverkusen must be a top team. Watched them in the Europa League final. Fucking shit. Holy shit. But look, Lookman just... It was kind of like Lookman, Adamola Lookman 3, Bayer Leverkusen 0. What a player. Ryan says, no to Zidane. Did you see how bad he was at Madrid? Leicester won third. Well, he has decent players there, to be fair. Shaq says, how's seeing Shaq's been a while? Has come in and said, Man United sacked their manager before a cup final, nothing new. Well, this pretty much sums this club up in a nutshell, really, doesn't it? It really, really does, because I am trying to get through people's comments on it, well, trust me, but the fact that we're doing this sums us up. Oh yeah, let's sack Ten Hag there before an FA Cup final. Oh yeah, that's great. Let's do it again. But look, hopefully you can do a Van Gaal on it and just win the FA Cup and then bail out. Then the people that want Ten Hag out, what will they be like then? You know what I mean? What will they be like then? Well, obviously one game you can't really say, oh, let's keep him or let's get rid of him. But look, people that want them to stay, I want them to go. They've made the decision. Doesn't matter what happens tomorrow. But yeah, Christ says McKenna's not ready for this job whatsoever. These so-called football people best not screw us up. Well, I mean, Ineos now have a big job on their hands, because if they make any shit decisions, that's it. That's it. That's it. You know what I mean? That's it. He'd be gone. People then will want Ineos out. So they have to be very, very careful, because they're on a thin line, regardless of whether people like what they're doing or not. They're on a very thin line, because the pressure's on them as well. But if they're going to sack Ten Hag and bring in McKenna, don't care if he was at Manchester United. I don't think he could do a job at Manchester United. It's as simple as fucking that. It's as simple as that. Because then they'll turn on McKenna, and then they'll turn on Ineos and the Glazers. You hate the Glazers as it is, but then you have more people to turn on. That's Ineos. So big decisions. And I know this season has been a poor season at Manchester United. I know it has been woeful, but you have to give Ten Hag time. Like, come on, like, fucking hell. Like, look at the other managers who are successful. Look, they their first 2-3 seasons weren't great, and now look at them. You know what I mean? You have to look at, like, even Klopp, for example. You know what I mean? As much as I hate him in Liverpool, he didn't, in his first 2 or 3 seasons, he didn't really do great. You know what I mean? Didn't really do great, and, yeah, well, I mean, look, he won Liverpool the title in the COVID season, but still, you know what I mean? Even Mikel Arteta, how many Arsenal fans wanted him gone? Now they like him. But yeah, the mayor says 3 L's and all the United fans want McKenna's head on a play. Yeah, exactly. McKenna, Chelsea or Manchester United. I feel like he'll want to come to Manchester United, but if the Manchester United job isn't there, you probably go to Chelsea or maybe Brighton. Shaq says, to be honest, given the results he had with half of the team available to him, it was great. Should have judged his performances when the full team was available to him. Well, I'll tell you what, do you look at it again? Look at this, for example, right? He has Martinez back, he has Rashford back, he has Varane back, he's getting his team back. Right, we're still without Luke Shaw. Is it just Luke Shaw? I think it's just Luke Shaw. Malacia. And we won our previous 2 games, playing reasonably sound. Right, Brighton game, but you know what I mean? We're judging a manager when he has half a bloody team, and exactly. I'll tell you what. I wonder if Ten Hag will do what Solskjaer did when he came out with like a little interview after he got sacked. Because if I was Ten Hag, I'd be like, "You're sacking me because I had half a team and cursed with injuries." And I don't care what people say, you can't blame injuries all the time. Fuck off. I guarantee if any other team had the amount of injuries we had, they'd be like, well, we had half injuries. But because it's Manchester United, can't use it as an excuse. When we have, come on, fuck off. But you know what's funny? I really, really don't get it. I really just don't get it. You have to judge a man when he has his full team. Last season, full team, brilliant. This season, half a team from the first game. Let's sack Ten Hag. Like, I don't know, man. Marco says, who's the best team? England or Brazil? Don't know. Brazil, maybe? But England's team isn't too shabby either. But I'll probably just say Brazil because the players you have there. But England have decent players too. Obviously back to the Atalanta manager. And you got time at Atalanta, won't get it here. Yeah, you don't get time here. That's the problem. you don't get time here. It's as simple as that. You know what I mean? 2 seasons is enough. Let's go. But I honestly, I don't like it. We want the Premier League in 2 seasons and the Champions League in 3. It's like we just, it's like if you don't win a Premier League in your first 2 seasons, you're gone. You know what I mean? But he's won a Carabao Cup. Hopefully wins the FA Cup tomorrow. I know, look, the Carabao Cup isn't a big trophy, but he still won it in his first season. And the second season with half a team is in an FA Cup final. Just goes to show, if we maybe had our full team this season, maybe we could have been in a better position. I like to say. I like to say that, but you know what I mean? it's just ridiculous. But yeah, again, right, finish 8th in the Premier League, bit fucking shit. Finish bottom of the Champions League, bit fucking shit. Got knocked out a bit early in the Carabao Cup, bit fucking shit. Made it to an FA Cup final with a half a team. And imagine if you won it. Marco says Allegri is a disaster. I've seen him go mad last week. Don't want him either. Ryan says no exchange at this club. Ineos or are garbage. Marco says Ten Hag is a disaster for Manchester United. Ten Hag sack is a disaster for Manchester United. Yeah, it is a disaster that we're sacking him. Ryan says the fans will turn on them quickly. Well, look, if Ineos don't make the good decisions, they will turn on them quickly. The mayor has said we're judging the manager on his ability to win a game with Casemiro as centre back with a 36-year-old Evans and no left backs all season. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, talk about not, and I don't, the way people say, Liverpool, when they had their injuries, finished 3rd place or some bollock, 4th place or some shit like that. Yeah, but Klopp got the backing, unlike Ten Hag. I'm sorry, but you think Ten Hag wanted 36-year-old Johnny Evans? I don't think you want the 36-year-old Johnny Evans last season. You know what I mean? You wanted De Jong, got Casemiro. You can say what you want, whether you wanted Højlund or Kane. It's one or the other there. But yeah, I really, really just don't see the sense in the backing and all that sort of stuff. Look, I really just don't get it. I really just don't get it anymore. Marco says company to Manchester United. No. I don't want that big bald head, forehead. Vincent Company at Manchester United, ex-Man City. No. Does anyone see the meme of the plane? It's like this big, huge plane. And I think because the front of it is just so big, they're slagging Vincent Company about his forehead. Has anyone seen that? It's fucking hilarious. If we hire Vincent Company, I'm gonna shoot myself in the head, yeah. And you can say goodbye to the United way from us. No way. But Ryan says that's gonna divide so many. Bringing in a coach like McKennie, who's never managed in the top flight at such a big club, no comparison to Ipswich. Exactly. Like, you can't bring in a manager just because he promoted Ipswich. He got Ipswich to the Premier League. Ipswich may fucking play shit in the Premier League next season. But the fact we're bringing them in, it's like we're just rushing into things, and it's just like we're just desperate. It's like we're just desperate. Honestly, it really, really is. Oh, we're desperate. Let's bring in this and this player. Fuck off. Keep Ten Hag. Get fucked. No, I'm sick of it. I'm getting pissed off now. But yeah. Marco says Chelsea is a disaster. Yeah, they are. Emery, good coach. Manchester United. Well, he extended his contract there, so I don't think he'll want to come to us anytime soon. Emma says somehow when Klopp came fifth with half the amount we had, it's allowed. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. But but they let him. Look, I know they brought in two defenders who weren't our strongest, but they still didn't do too bad because Klopp got the back, and it's fucking shit. It just gets ridiculous. It really just gets ridiculous there. But yeah. Yeah, not believing that. It's ridiculous, because everyone hates Manchester United. Conte to Manchester United, says Marco. No time. Anything going on here? Leo said, "How's things, Leo, man? Hope all is well. Hope all is well, pal." Shaq says, "How about Xavi to Man United?" Honestly, I'm going to say no on that one. Shaq, why is my phone taking the piss? I'm going to say no on that, pal, because I just don't really like him. Just don't think he'd do a job there. But then you never know. You really never know. Leo says Ten Hag is a proper manager. What we going to do? What we going to do is get McKenna, which is just a puppet head coach, not even a manager, and has been here before. Rather get Ollie back. Fuck me, says Leo. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's true. That's true. But yeah, I think we're just it's really just ridiculous at this moment in time that we're just getting rid of everyone. Well, let's bring in McKenna because he had a good season. I feel like we're just rushing into things. And then he'll get a season and then he'll be sacked. Just keep Ten Hag. For fuck's sake. Just keep Ten Hag. Ryan says a trophy is a trophy at the end of the day. Exactly. Marco says, how about Thomas Frank to United? Nah, pal. Don't know. I wouldn't be a big fan of that now. Shaq says, if Hansi was available, would have loved to be the coach of Man United. Well, look, he looks like a manager who does. And Amaya, just seen your comment there, pal. I'll talk to you later on, and I'm sure we'll talk to you tomorrow for the cup final. And yeah, have a good one. But back to what you said, Shaq, and thanks for tuning in as well, Amaya. Back to what Shaq says, anyways. Hansi Flick. I mean, look, he looks like a manager that doesn't take shit. To be really honest with you, he looks like someone who could put the fear of God into you. I mean, just looking at him, I mean, I remember watching a game once when he was managing Bayern. I think it was, or was it Bayern? Whatever, he was managing a team and they were like 6 or 7 goals ahead. And the look on his face, even though they were winning, he didn't look like a happy man. He looked pissed off, but they were miles ahead. So I'm sure he was happy on the inside, but on the outside, he just looked pissed off. But obviously, he wants the best out of his team. But look, would have been a decent show. Marco says to hey, come back from Manchester United is funny. Don't think he will come back. Shaq says at the time of this sacking, there aren't many silver managers available for the team to look forward to. Yeah, exactly. Like at least when you look back to when we sacked Solskjaer. You had Ten Hag available. He wasn't available. You had decent managers. Ten Hag. We had what's the PSG manager's name again? Wouldn't have been a big fan of him anyways. But you had him. I don't know why Poch always comes up. But during the time where I linked with Brendan Rodgers. Does anyone remember the time when Manchester United were linked to Brendan Rodgers when Solskjaer got sacked? We were linked to Brendan Rodgers. Rodgers! Fucking beautiful human being. I'd smack his head in. No way. Like, holy shit. Brendan Rodgers! Fucking hell, man. Honestly, you know what's funny? We'd be linked to Steve Bruce next week, and then the week after that, we'd be linked to Sir Alex Ferguson. Then the week after that, we'd be linked to. I'm sure there's a ridiculous name in there somewhere. Just don't see the point. I really don't see the point. Leo says, when we sacked Van Gaal after the FA Cup final, majority of the fans wanted him to go, but with Ten Hag, people actually want him to stay, plus Jose was available at the time. Yeah, exactly. You know, spot on. You hit the nail on the head there, pal. You know, we have a manager who people want to. Like, look, if I wanted, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, as much as some people want them out, I feel like a lot more people want them to stay than go. Now, that's just what I've been seeing. I could be totally wrong there. I could be smacking my head off a wall. But what I'm seeing, you know, it's like people want them to want Ten Hag. Majority of the fan base want Ten Hag to stay than go. But the fact that, like, I don't know what's like what is wrong with this club? Most of the fan base want them to stay. Let's sack him. But when we want the manager to be sacked, let's keep him. What the fuck is going on? What's going on? Luis Enriquez tonight. We were linked to him too when whatchamacallit, Ollie got sacked. But I mean, again, back to your comment, Leo. The manager market was probably better then, but Jose was there, ready to go. Do you remember when Van Gaal got sacked? Could be in hell. Poor El Ten Hag. You know, if things go well, we're about to lift the trophy tomorrow, and someone will put their arm out saying, "You're not allowed up there. You're sacked. Bye bye." Yeah. Shaq says, "Fuck this shit, Dean's Man United. Here we go." Well, look, I won the quadruple at Manchester United on FIFA. I mean, put that in your pipe and smoke it, right? Got Rasmus Højlund getting 30 plus 40 goals. I tell you what, got the best in all of them. Top man, I tell you what. Onana made a few mistakes for me. I got him to the dressing room, got him to the headlock, gave him a few digs. Back to normal, do you know what I mean? Casemiro just put on about 30 stones, so he sort of had to go, didn't he? So, yeah. But I'll tell you what, top manager, me. I honestly, give me a go with it. I'm only messing. But I'm going to be sarcastic. Give me a go with it. I'm going to tell you what, I reckon I could put Pep in his place. I reckon I could put Pep Guardiola into his place. You can see. Tell you what, did we know shaking hands at full time? Pep, Arteta, have to sort them out. I am only messing. I'm sure people know me. If people don't know my sense of humor, this is what it is. Funny. Marco says Moto T event is confirmed. Decent. Marco says Xabi Alonso come to Manchester United's best coach in Germany. Yeah, I mean, yeah, but I mean, he didn't want to go. He didn't want to go to Liverpool, so I don't think he want to come to us. Marco says Mourinho come back. Well, do not be surprised if Mourinho is Manchester United manager. Don't be surprised what happens from here on in. Don't be surprised if Ten Hag is sacked. Don't be surprised if Mourinho comes back. Don't be surprised what happens. But the way things are going, we're being linked more. The joke is, it's like having speakers, and it's low, and then this Ten Hag sacking and managers coming in just keeps getting higher and higher and higher. And now it's out there, it's loud, and unfortunately, you can't really tone it down because it's out there and everyone can hear it, and you can't really tone it back now. The noise is the word I should be using there. Leo says, to be honest, I would take Jose back of the people available. It's only because I want Ten Hag to stay, says Leo. Yeah, well, I mean, I wouldn't really want them back, but like I say, I don't really want any of the managers that are available at the moment that we've been linked to or whatever. But I don't, because Ten Hag, honestly, or like, you know, or else if we need to really, really, like, or else you might have to pay for a manager to sack Ten Hag. You know, you still, I think you have like another year left on his contract or something like that. But I mean, yeah. I'm not even believing this um, Norwegian journalist. But yeah, the man, Ten Hag is the man. Like, honestly, the people at Manchester United should get their head together big time. Shaq says, to be honest, brother, the club needs something like the ultras to let the club hear what the fans want and what they demand. Well, I mean, I'd love that. But we never get the chance to. We never get the chance to. You know. We never get the chance to. Us fans, when we make ourselves heard, we get called mounbags, or we get called, we're ungrateful. But we're not. We just want the best out of our club. But again, this is from again. I'm just going to throw it out there. I'm not even going to take much of it. But Jan Aj Fort, he's Norwegian, I said Erik Ten Hag was a week before the Arsenal game, 19 days ago, that he would be sacked at the end of the season. Look, I'm not really listening to you. I'd rather listen to Jacob Steinberg than you, pal. No. But yeah. Shaq says, in your opinion, who will be the ideal option in case they announce Ten Hag is getting sacked? Well, you look at the managers who are out there that we've been linked with. Southgate, fuck off. Sorry, shouldn't of course, but Southgate, no thanks. Poch, no. McKenna, no. De Zerbi, no. No one's ideal. But I'm getting a very, very stinky feeling. That's not who I want. I need a manager that's not who I want. It's honestly Tuchel. Yeah. But honestly, it doesn't matter who we bring in. I don't think they could do a job. I honestly don't think they do a job. But Tuchel, Poch, no. Poch is done. McKenna. Honestly, I feel like we're going to get either McKenna or Tuchel. I hate to say it. And again, I'm only a fan at the end of the day, but I hate to say it. I feel like it's between McKenna and Tuchel. But then if that was just the two, I'd lean towards Tuchel. But I mean, Tuchel's struggling at Bayern. He has Harry Kane and Kimmich and Musiala and top class players, and he's struggling there. And well, he made it to the Champions League semi final, didn't he? But honestly, and again, a question back to the people watching as well: who would your ideal option be if Ten Hag was to be if Ten Hag is or will be if Ten Hag is basically what Shaq said? Who would your ideal option be if they announce Ten Hag is getting sacked? Tom says Zidane as ex-Man United manager. I'd think about Zidane. Yeah, no, I'd think about Zinedine Zidane. Yeah. Wouldn't mind him, but I don't think he'd want to come to us personally. But yeah, no, Zinedine Zidane wouldn't be bad. Ryan says that will be a disaster. Well, I mean, yeah, but look at the managers who are there, Tuchel for me. Ryan says Tuchel. Look, again, even when people I can actually hear some of the people's pain through a bit of text, but people like I want, but it's not that I don't want, but if I had to go, it's not. Oh, he's there. Let's go for him then. If someone's supposed to be sacked. SRK says no way he getting sacked if he wins the FA Cup. Well, according to the news, regardless of tomorrow's outcome, win or lose, he'd be gone. That's just the news. Don't shoot the messenger, of course. But yeah, that's pretty much how it is. I tell you what, right? I'll put up a we'll give it another. We'll end this at about 20 minutes, 10, 15 minutes. Right? I'll put up a thing. I'll put up a poll. But give me options I can put in to the poll. Give me options I can put into the poll. Right, so and please do like the video if you haven't already. It'd be much appreciated. Right. Why am we? Like this bloody YouTube wants me to ban people. Fuck off. A poll. So, who would you prefer as the next Man United manager? McKenna, Tuchel, Poch, Attino. Who else? I have McKenna, Tuchel, and Poch. Zidane. I don't think we'll get Zidane. I'll go to Zerbi. I would put in Zidane, but I'd go to Zerbi. So I want to get sick looking at that bloody thing. Go, it's out there. Get voting. Don't put 2 ways in the manager. Right. Mourinho bollocks. Sorry. Joe Claymore says, do you think we'll beat City tomorrow in the FA Cup? Look, my head is saying City, but my heart is saying us. But obviously, I'm going to be biased. It's an FA Cup final, obviously. I think there's a chance, but will we? I couldn't tell you. McKenna is on there. Ryan Mourinho. Richard says, how's things, Richard? Come on, United. Richard says, never mind that team. Manchester United 2024 FA Cup winners. Here's hoping. Here's hoping, pal. Right, so for me to find out who's voting. Ryan says I don't want any of them candidates. I mean, you have to vote if you don't want to, but it's just your preferred manager. SRK says a Casemiro plays in defence. I don't think so. Well, yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. Casemiro plays in defence. It's going to be a tough one. But if it's Leach and Varane, you never know. Ryan says the refs and VAR will do their best to hand it to them. Cheats, that's for sure. Yeah, I mean, 115. Yeah. Give me a break. Don't let me down. What else is there? I mean, the next couple of hours is going to be huge. Yeah, I'm fine. Just tired. Tired and fed up of Manchester United. But thanks for asking. Hope you are. Richard says, come on, you Reds. For 90 minutes, don't lose your heads. We're the Devils in red. You know, or Man United. Here we go. Look, I only realised that was like a chance until I was... But, yeah. But I mean, look, we've been on here for an hour. Well, 58 minutes, 45 seconds to be exact. But, I mean, look, I'm sure it's going to be like, you know, we're going to see a lot of different news between now and the end of the weekend. Because, look, it's going to be a big game tomorrow. I mean, you know, there's many people are voting because that's people prefer them certain managers, and that's totally. I mean, I wouldn't even vote, but I mean, look. Not only is the summer going to be interesting, but this next couple of days is going to be interesting. But yeah, hopefully we can be City tomorrow because I mean, look, we did do a Manchester United Man City preview yesterday. We did do a Man City Man United preview yesterday, so check it out if you haven't already. And yeah, SRK says hope Amrabat starts. He was playing well. He had played well, but that Brighton game, I mean, some would say maybe played himself out at 11, but I mean, I just once Casemiro doesn't play in defence, the rest is up to Ten Hag. Richard says, great Dean, come on, United. Exactly. I mean, what else is there? But yeah, look, tomorrow's going to be a very interesting game. You know, you're playing Man City FA Cup final, Ten Hag last game. You know, must win. If you win, then we'll be in the Europa League next season. We lose, well, then there is no Europa League next season, or no European football in general next season. SRK says, do you think Rashford starts? I didn't predict him to start, but we probably just, if we're going to sit back and try and beat them on the break for his pace, there's a chance he could start, but I didn't predict him to start now. To be honest with you, but I mean, you never know what Ten Hag could do tomorrow. Ten Hag just has to put out a team. Last game, just do what you can. But I mean, look, hopefully the next time we're live is tomorrow. Well, the watch along will be tomorrow from 2:30. So join us 30 minutes before the game. Team news. I'll go through team news, see how people's nerves are. It's hard to do if the FA Cup is tomorrow. But look, here's hoping we can be City. You know, there's always a chance. It's an FA Cup final at the end of the day. Yeah, it's against a top team, Manchester City, but we just have to go out there and just give it a roll. Just once we don't get hammered, and put in keep it tight, keep it close. Like I said, if you're going down the final stretch and it's level, well then you start to think, hold on a sec, we can do something here. So you never know. You really never know. There's always hope. There's always a chance. Just the percentage of that. Just the percentage is the question. Richard says, when the seagulls follow the trawlers, they think fish will be thrown to the sea. Yeah, that's it. Well said. I mean, look, Man City, they'll go into that game. Favourites will be the underdogs. But you hope, because no one expected us to beat Liverpool at Old Trafford in the FA Cup. And you hope that we can beat. I mean, people don't expect us to beat City tomorrow, and look, I can see why. But you hope that we just have to put in a shift. I watched City play Chelsea in the FA Cup semi-final. I mean, that was a few days after they lost to Real Madrid on penalties. But they didn't play great. But once we don't concede in the first 12 seconds, like we did last season, you never know. But we just need to be up for it. But if we do score first, and I hope we do, we can't try and predict. We can't try and defend that one goal lead for a whole game. It's not like, say, there's 10, 20 minutes to go and we're still, we score with 10, 20 minutes to go. But Man City, you never know what to expect. Richard says, fuck City, one team in Manchester and the house is red. Love it. Ryan says Chelsea should have won that game. The amount of chances they had. Yeah, well, what's his name? Jackson just don't know what he was doing that game. He had a lot of chances and just couldn't put them in the back of the net. Just saying. Yeah, well, like you said, we have to take our chances when we get them, because you don't get many chances against Liverpool, against Man City. But again, I think everyone now will hope we can win now. I mean, I doubt, we just have to put in a shift. You know what I mean? Don't be afraid of them. And see, I know they're a great team and all, but don't be afraid of them. Because if you give them time and you let that pressure build, well then they'll hurt us. But the Manchester United players have to know how much this means. It's an FA Cup final. It's at Wembley. I mean, for fuck's sake, you haven't played for Ten Hag this season. At least do it for this one game, please. Play for Ten Hag. That's all you can do. I tell you what, you wouldn't be surprised if they go out and play well tomorrow, because it's probably Ten Hag's last game. They'll probably know how to play a bit of football now, weirdly enough. But look, we will end the stream there. Thanks everybody for joining. Big game tomorrow, big weekend. I mean, the start of the weekend, probably not so great because of the news about Erik Ten Hag, but unfortunately, it is what it is. That's all we can do. But look, enjoy your weekend. Join me tomorrow for the watch along from 2:30 p.m. Thanks everybody for joining in. Thanks everyone for liking, commenting, subscribing. Do follow our socials as well. Links in the description. And you can see the two main ones on the edit there under me on Instagram and X. Thank you, Richard. But look, you're all a bunch of legends, and I'll speak to you all tomorrow for the watch along. Manchester City are getting it. See you all then. Come on, United.